Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with Martin Ward. Martin, I do appreciate your time. I know it's the night before a weigh-in, so I know some fighters are grumpy, some fighters can do it, but you seem to be one of them guys that are making the weight easy.
I'm pleased, I'm happy, mate. I'm in a good place.
Good, and that's a happy fighter's a dangerous fighter, as they say. Now, I want to jump straight into it. Asenga Fuzile, South African southpaw, had a little bit of spice there at that press conference, man. Put it on you for talking. Yeah, a little bit of spunk about him is a good way to describe him. Just talked about Asenga and how much you know about him. He seems to be an unknown. I didn't know about him, but he seems to be an unknown. But he is a very, 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 from what I saw, a crafty operator.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. And he's coming off a loss at the end of the day. His last fight, he fought the guy Rakimov, who had a draw with Joseph Diaz, and Fuzile was beating him in the fight, and he ended up getting chinned. Rakimov knocked him out in the end, and he hasn't fought since. So I think I'm going to be too hot to handle for him on Saturday night, and I can't wait to let these hands go on him now. He seems full of himself as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting in there now and getting stuck into him. Did he?
At the press conference today, did he upset you in any way when you were trying to talk and he said, "Listen, shut up, I'm talking to Eddie Hearn"? And what were your feelings? Were you just like, "Oh, man, I can't wait to just get in that ring with you now"?
Yeah, listen, he seems like an arrogant young man, doesn't he? So I'm gonna have to put some manners on him on Saturday night, Andrew. And yeah, I'm looking forward to laying my hands on him, anyways, and getting in there and getting stuck straight into him.
Final eliminator for the IBF world title, Eddie Hearn and Tony Sims, and everyone has always said, Billy Joe Saunders, everyone said that Martin J. Ward will be a world champion soon. 2 more fights and you've made it. This fight and then the world title fight itself after this fight. Yeah. Are you nervous? Are you anxious? How do you feel right now knowing that your dream of becoming world champion is almost there?
Yeah, very close, but it's having the potential and then it's doing it. Mm-hmm. So I've just got to get in there on Saturday night now and get the performance out of me and look good doing it and show them why everybody has been saying this and prove everybody right. I can't wait to prove my trainer right, my promoter right, and all the big names that's mentioned it, and all the travelling lads, Billy Joe and Tyson and whatnot. And I'm looking forward to proving everybody right. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely excited for it. But what kind of statement do you have to do on Saturday against Asenga Fuzile? Because, like I said to you, the title is vacant. Yeah. Rakimov's there, Jojo Diaz is there. You're there. I mean, it's a tasty little division, especially on this IBF ranking. So you've got a tough fight here, and even for your world title fight, you might face one of them guys. I don't know who it is. I'm just out the loop a little bit here, but I mean, it's going to be tough. So do you have to go in there on Saturday night and put on a masterclass or even stop Asenga on Saturday?
I don't look past Saturday night. I'm not looking past I'm not looking for no Joseph Diaz, nobody else, whatever. I've got a good guy in front of me on Saturday night. I'm not stupid. I've got an experienced head on my shoulders, and I'll go into the fight on Saturday night and I will talk to you about them guys on Sunday morning.
Can you stop Asenga Fuzile?
I can do, yes I can.
I know Tony Sims he's on a little run now with his fighters and stuff like that. I mean, John Ryder's doing magnificent. Yeah. Conor Ben is doing magnificent. I mean, that gym must be buzzing right now. You're just bouncing off each other, I'd imagine. So just talk to me about the morale in that gym right now with Tony Sims.
Yeah, for sure. All the boys are flying in the gym. Ted, Joe Court.
Sorry, Ted Cheeseman, my bad. Yeah.
Felix. We're all yeah. As you just said, we're all just bouncing off each other, and none of us don't want to let nobody down now and be losing the streak. So I'm going to keep it going this weekend. I'm going to do all our boys proud back home and bring back this win for us.
Do you hope for that world title shot when it comes to being in the UK, or do you don't care? You'll travel anywhere as long as you get your shot at that title.
I'd like it in the UK, but in the same sense, I'm gaining this experience out here now, and I'd happily come back out after I did with this guy on Saturday night and fight for it again out here.
I mean, I want to just talk to me about Tony Sims. I mean, I love the guy. I mean, he's just a gentleman all the time with me. He's an absolute legend of a man. He's always got time for me. He always, you know what I mean? I just talked about Tony Sims. I've not got the words to describe that man, but maybe you can do it better than me.
It baffles me as well. He's just a great man. I've been lucky enough to be with him since from the amateurs. He looked after me in the amateurs. When I won my senior ABAs, I've done a bit of training with Tony for that and stuff, and helped me through the GB squad. And then obviously when I turned pro, obviously I was going straight with Tony. And he's guided me in life in my own personal life, and obviously my career, my boxing career. So he's a great man. He's guided me in the right direction, and everything he has said to me and the advice he's given me has been great. So he's just a great man. He's a great person to have in my life, and I'm blessed to have him in my life. Yeah.
I want to just touch off a little sub. I want to just go to somebody you know well from the GB squad, I think, and maybe in the amateur scene is Josh Taylor. I mean, he was out in Vegas. He'd done the UK proud and Scotland proud, becoming undisputed world champion and stuff like that. Just talk about Josh and his achievements.
Unbelievable. I'm so happy for him and his family and what he's done. He's created it all and done it all in 18 fights. It's unheard of. I think the UK should have made a lot more bigger fuss of him for this fight than they have, and hopefully now he'll get a bit more fuss about, like a lot more fuss than it wasn't even shown, I don't think, on a UK.
It was on Fight TV. Yeah, it's an app.
Fight TV, yeah. Okay, cool. But it should have been built up a lot more. He's undisputed 140 champion. It was an unbelievable achievement, and I can't congratulate him enough. He's done great, mate. Very, very.
You're the next world champion then?
For sure, definitely, yes.
I mean, you mentioned Billy Joe and Tyson, and the travelling boys always support each other and stuff like that. Now, I just want to touch on Tyson. I mean, we wanted to see the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. We wanted to see the two heavyweight Brits go at it this summer, but obviously with the arbitration thing with Deontay Wilder. Now, I just want to talk to you about how disappointed you are we can't see that fight, and obviously talk to me about Tyson and Wilder 3. What do you expect from that fight?
Yeah, I was gutted to hear that the fight wasn't happening and it was getting pulled and stuff. It's everybody wanting to see the fight. You, me, everybody. It's like just wanting to see them two get at it. The two of them are two great men, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, and it would have undisputed heavyweight championships in two British fighters fight. It's history. But hopefully it can happen before the year's out, and I'll be looking forward to it. With the Fury Wilder fight, he's got to keep his eye on the ball, because although he's walked through him in the last fight and stuff, he's got to still, obviously he's got to go out there and do the same sort of job on him. So he's got to get his mind in the game again and put on the same sort of performance. I think he will, but he's not given. Obviously, he's still a big puncher and he's still a big dangerous man. So I hope he's in the right frame of mind for this fight, and he does another good job on Deontay Wilder. I'm sure he will.
Billy Joe Saunders then, I mean, he's stepped up for pound number one. He was doing so well up until that eye injury. Now that can happen to anyone. We've seen it happen to Dubois, Kell Brook. So it's one of them injuries where even though the fighter doesn't want to quit, it's best that, doesn't want to fight on, but it's best that his corner does what's right for their fighter. And I think pulling Billy Joe, he has to fight another day. But just talk about his performance in that. I mean, like I say, he was doing so well up until that fight, and it looked like if it went the distance, it would have been close.
It did. Billy Joe was doing very, very well. He was down on the scorecard, so I don't know what he would have had to do to win the fight, to be quite honest. Just go in there with a sledgehammer or something and do Canelo. But it's just his eye went, and then if you leveling it up, it just wasn't really going to go his way in the end, was it? If fighting with one eye, you need two eyes for Canelo. You need two good hands. You need two good legs. You need it all. He's a top of the pops, isn't he? So, but Billy Joe was doing very well, and I was gutted to see him getting pulled out, but he lives to fight another day now, and he can come back, and he's mixed it at the top, and he showed he was dominant in a few of the rounds and stuff. So he was looking boxing lovely. Taking Canelo out of his stride in a couple of the rounds, so could have played out either way, couldn't it? I would have liked to see how it did play out, but it got pulled.
We've got to give Canelo credit because he did throw that punch that caused that injury, but like I said, Billy Joe proved that he's at that level, so he can live to fight another day, like you said. But what did you make of all the quit stuff that was going around and stuff? I spoke to Ben Davis, and he said Billy was wanting to go out there and fight orthodox to protect his eye, so he wasn't dipping in with the southpaw position with that eye. What did you make of all them comments about fighters quitting and all that sort of stuff?
Billy Joe's a travelling man. He ain't got no quitting him. That fella, he's coming to pull him out. He had one eye. He had his eye socket broke, so obviously it was close up and they see the injury, so they done what they felt was right, and it is what it is. Like Canelo won the fight, and that's that.
Well, hopefully Billy's recovering well right now. Like I said, he knows what his level is at now, and he knows where he belongs at this level. So back to you though, then Martin. Final eliminator,
Yeah.
DAZN, out in the UK, 5,000 fans in attendance. What can we expect from Martin J. Ward on Saturday?
A very good, very explosive performance on Saturday night. Now I'm feeling great. I'm down on weight and I'm feeling very, very strong. It's the best I've done everything. Everybody says like we've all had a great training camp, and I've had a brutal training camp. It's been hard. It's been hard. I've had hard days, long 12-round spars and stuff, and with 3 and 4 different fighters and stuff. So I've put the work in, and on Saturday night it's all going to pay off for me, and I'm going to do a nice job on this here fella. I'm going to do a handy job on him.
Well, Martin, like I said, the night before I weigh in, and you've gave me your time, so that just proves the type of man you are, and I thank you so much. You're a true gentleman, a true fighter, so I wish you nothing but luck, and I cannot wait for this fight on Saturday night. So like I said to you, thank you so much for inviting me up to your room for this, and hopefully you get a good night's rest, and it's weigh-in tomorrow, man, so thank you so much.
My pleasure, Andrew, my pleasure, mate. Just before I go, can I quickly shout out my old sponsors that sponsored me on this Euro trip? I've got Ricky Judd here, Golden Bears, Kevin Chambers, NCIS, Health and Safety Training Company, Adam Lightowler, Meridian Construction Services, and a lady, Dosrin Winters, who sponsored my trip. Thank you for all your support, and everybody with the well wishes on my social media. I'm sorry I can't get back to every one of the messages at the minute, but I'll get back to them in the next few days, or after the fight out the way, and when I bring home this win. Thanks very much.
What a perfect way to end this interview. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.